Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today is a special day for this channel. Today is a pre-release day. We're going to be playing some Sealed Forgotten Realms, and this is actually going to be a stream highlight from our previous Twitch stream. Link to my Twitch is down in the description as well if you do want to come and hang out on future events. But yeah, we're going to be playing some Sealed. It's something that I do like to do when a new set comes out, because I find that it helps bulk up a collection nice and early, and it's a great way to do it if you're not particularly good at Limited, but Limited is basically the best way to grow up a collection. So the reason why I like it so much is it's 2,000 gems to enter, you get 6 packs, and you also get 200 gems and 3 packs. If you actually combine the cost of all those packs plus the gem reward, it actually equals 2,000 gems. So there is actually nothing to lose as far as putting your gems into this rather than putting it into packs. So I like to do this nice and early on because you basically put your money in and it's all about the extras that you can earn. So all these gems are gems that I wouldn't normally have had, and then when I'm ready to stop playing Sealed, then I can put those gems into packs and we can continue doing constructed nonsense, for example. So that's kind of why I like to do it. If you are good at Limited, just doing draft in general is better, but this is actually like the draft experience with none of the downside. Although I will say that you do forfeit a little bit of the wildcard track, so rare wildcards aren't going to come out of these 6 packs. But that personally is where I feel like the extra gems you get more than make up for that. And as long as you do it nice and early, the chance of hitting 4 of a card is a lot lower. So eventually the value does drop off, but at the very beginning of a set, there's basically nothing to lose, in my opinion, anyway. So it's great value and a lot of fun as well to explore the new format. So yeah, I think without further ado, let's get into the stream highlight. If you do enjoy the content, then I'd really appreciate it if you do hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below what you've been thinking of the Limited environment as well. I'm probably going to be playing a little bit more Sealed off camera to bulk up my collection a little bit more. And yeah, let me know down below and enjoy the gameplay. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. So, let's confirm our purchase, let's get in, let's see what we get in our 6 packs. Yeah, 6 packs. Come on, let's get some dope rares and mythics. Loyal Warhound. So when I said that there was nothing to lose, that's I lost there. Loyal Warhound is the only rare in D&D that I crafted today. And I crafted all 4. So there's a 5th copy. But, you know what, could be worse. Tap and untap legendary creature you control. Venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. We've got Rogue class. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library face down. You may look at it for as long as it remains exiled. Okay. We got a Tarask. Don't think I didn't spot you. I'm certainly kind of into that idea. Asmodeus the Archfiend. Now, this card is interesting. I don't know how it really works as far as a limited card is concerned, but a constructed one, it certainly is not. If you draw a card, you exile the top card of your library face down. You can draw 7, and then return all exile cards. Yeah, I just don't see myself doing that. Don't see myself doing that. So Tarask is kind of like the thing I'm really into. Yeah, if I... there it is. If I simply had not have recorded earlier today for YouTube, I would not have gotten 20 gems there. Oh well. Oh well. So, let's see, what do we want to look at? Let's get the big screen open. Oh god, maybe not. I don't know. We got 3 counter spells. I'm just looking at things we might have a lot of. Because I kind of really like building around the Tarask. But I don't know if we can really do that. I think it's like a Simic colour for, like, you know, big monsters like that, or even a Gruul deck. With treasures. Do we have the 4-mana Unexpected Windfall? We do have one of those. Did I bother with crafting commons and uncommons for the vault progress? No, not yet. When I go into opening packs, that's when I'll do my thingamajigs. Because I figured I might as well let the game kind of bulk out my commons and uncommons before I finish them off, in a nutshell. I don't have them enough to complete it anyway, so I'm not really losing out on anything. I've only got 51 and 58. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one, actually. I'm torn. So WotC is now cannibalizing their own IPs? I don't know. From what I've seen, the D&D set's sweet. So if you want to call it cannibalizing, I guess so. I don't know. I don't know if we got the ramp for Tarask. I simply do not think that we want to be going that way. We've got a reasonable red pile here as well. Like, Valid Singer's pretty good. 2 damage to any target, create a treasure token. That should do something. Goblin Javelineer. I do want to build a Goblins deck in Standard. I'm pretty sure it's viable to a certain extent. I'm so torn. What do we do here? Target creature gets -11, -11. Yummy. Creatures gain Menace. A little bit of a drainy card. Venture into the dungeon. It's a solid removal spell there. There's treasures here. So I know, like, Rakdos treasures is kind of a thing. We could do, like, black-red, splash, 3 green for Tarask. That would be amusing. I think white is out. I'm not seeing, like, a great deal of reason to play white. And it attacks Venture into the dungeon. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. There's a little bit here, I suppose. What about blue? So blue gives us you find a villainous lair 3 times. Counter creature and planeswalker. If I had, like, solid removal, maybe we could do, like, a blue-black control. Dice rolls are here. Redraw and a little bit of a power thing. So I guess if I went with blue-black, I would have to have a decent win con. And then my black side would have to have a fair bit of removal, and I don't think that it does. I think it only really has power word kill. What are you saying, Shard? One mythic plus 2 specific rares isn't too much to ask for a sealed ripe? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Do you mean getting 2 of the same color that are used in the same deck? Because, yeah, we are kind of spread apart that way. I could even use Rogue Class if I went with blue-black. Maybe I'll just go red-black. Red-black seems where I want to be. Oh, you're on about Vecna. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. You could probably, if you're really lucky, I suppose you could probably get it in draft. Because the Vile Book, nobody's ever going to pick that in a million years. The Eye of Vecna's pretty good. And the Hand of Vecna is also pretty good, but they're kind of very specific. You want Hand of Vecna if you're playing, like, red-white equipment. The drawing one will just get you killed, I think. Alright, let's make a move on this anyway. Let's do, like, red-black, I think. I like the cards that we've got in red-black, so let's get that Asmodeus in. I want to play around with that. 1/1 with haste. Don't know about that one. +1/+1 counter on a creature. That creature gains haste until the end of the turn and can't be blocked by walls. Venture into the dungeon. Let's see if we can... We'll put that in the maybe pile. If it's equipped, it has Menace. Do we have any equipments? We have Great Axe. Basically, no. Iron Golem attacks or blocks each combat if able. 4 mana 5/3 with Vigilance. Sure, why not? Might as well get that in there as well. Alright. So, back to this. We would like... equipped? No. When it attacks... Yes, I like this card. I kind of like this card. It is actually an equipment that we could put on the Armory Veteran. There wasn't an equipment in black, was there? Oh, there is, actually. When it attacks against Death Touch, whenever it attacks alone, drain for 2. Okay. You've sold me. Get in here. I'm getting turned around with this one. Unexpected Windfall's pretty good. Each player sacrifices a permanent, each opponent sacrifices a permanent, and each opponent sacrifices 2 permanents. So it's a 6 mana 6/6 with very likely a bit of upside, but probably a good chance of being a real downside. Let's do it. Oh, we also got Zorn as well for the treasures. You're in. 3 mana 3/2 is not bad if we can get some more treasures. Give me that. Menace Death Touching seems pretty reasonable. Definitely want the weaponry, definitely want the singer. Create some goblin tokens or anthem. Yep, pretty good. That's kind of like most of the time it's going to be a 2 mana 3/3. I'll take that. First strike and haste if you spent a treasure. Get in my deck. Can you say stand and deliver when you produce that rapier? Am I playing this rapier? When it enters the battlefield, you attach it to a creature. Otherwise, it costs 4 to equip. I would only equip that on a creature that wouldn't die in combat when it equipped it. And I don't think that's happening. I think that's not a good card for me. 2 venture cards. 2 target creatures can't block. Target creature gets +3/+1 until the end of the turn. Let's have that in there. Deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. Bring it in. Power word kill, obviously. This is a Thoughtseize if you use a treasure. Otherwise, they just discard a card. That seems bad. Whenever you complete a dungeon, return it from your graveyard to your hand. Maybe, but probably not. Creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped with a counter on it. 14 creatures. Let's see what our creatures look like and whether or not I care to keep them alive later. When this class becomes level 2, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. Beginning of each end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. So it's a 7 mana kind of finish the game off win con. Maybe, maybe not. A little 3 mana 2/3 that drains. Bring it. When it dies, venture. We've got a fair bit of venture into the dungeon, actually. 5 mana 4/4. The likely outcome is each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Otherwise, it's just each opponent loses 2 life. The very unlikely outcome is that I get some treasures and it's cheaper. So 5 mana 4/4 that does a bit of draining. That seems not ideal. Oh wow, this one's pretty cool. Beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, venture into the dungeon. Give me that top end. Am I running Eye of the Beholder? That's the real question, because I'm already at 42 cards here. Let's see. Well, what's my removal look like right now? We've got Power Word Kill. We have General Combat Tricks. I'm going to kind of lump them in, because that might be what we're dealing with. Improvised Weaponry. First Strike. Yeah, I don't know about this. I mean, it's really bad removal. 6 mana, 6/5. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment. Creatures you control gain menace. Oh, actually, I want that in my deck. I thought it was just a creature gains menace. I didn't value it as high, but now I do. Hello, Dave. How's it going? Alright. 3 cuts. One of them's not a land. I've got too many 6-drops and 5-drops here. So that ain't happening. Alright, goodbye Iron Golem. Zorn's pretty good. We don't really have a decent treasure payoff as such. But, like, you know, extra mana for my top end seems decent value enough. And, you know, we've got a couple that gain, like, First Strike and Haste from that, which is pretty good. I've got to run the rare, right? I like kind of how expensive my deck is, and it kind of works for me, but mostly because I think I can get there with all these treasures. How many creatures we got? 18, so we're on the right amount. We also produce some with a pair of goblins and Morningstar as well. So I could maybe afford to get rid of Vampire Spawn here and just do a 41 card special. Is it 41 card special territory? Yeah, let's do it. 41 cards. I just have a nasty habit of loving 41 card decks. Let's do this. Gladiators, ready! Alright. This hand is pretty good. Turn 2, Horde Robber. Turn 3, Improvised Weaponry. Kill the blocker. Gain a treasure. Getting with the Horde Robber. Gains a treasure. I've got my 4-drop on turn 3. Maybe with a Valor Singer to follow up. I like it. No Untapped. Untapped is... it wasn't working for streamers yesterday. And it's not working for me right now, and I've restarted my PC and updated Untapped, so... yeah, I updated it before we started, and it does not work, so there you go. It is what it is. If you want to know what my cards are, just ask me, and I will hopefully see the message and let you know. Alright. 2 Shambling Ghasts. Create a treasure when they die. These would have been nice for me. So if they double block, I don't really kill both of them. Unless I went with a Valor Singer here. Let's do that. Pump you. Swing. See what you want to do. So double block can kill a Horde Robber. I doubt they'll want to do that. Now we have a treasure. We can make our 5-drops. A half-working overlay. Well, if it's working for you guys, that's at least a step in the right direction. But I doubt it is. It's not working for me either. Alright. So I can make this a 3/3. Then Weaponry could kill it, but I would lose my Singer in the process. Otherwise, what am I doing? I'm already kind of halted by this lurking Roper. I think I have to really actually trade off a Valor Singer here if they want to offer it. I'd say it's a reasonable trade, a 3/3 for a 4/5 and a bit of removal. Ooh, proper going in. Alright, well. I have to kill the thing that I definitely can't push through. There we go, and let's play another Horde Robber. Gotta use the treasures for something. It is working for you? Oh, great. Fantastic. Yeah, I can't see it. Although I stopped capturing it, I still have it here, but it says that I haven't played any cards yet. Game wouldn't update for me yesterday. Went to Twitter, no info. Went to the forums, had to dig around there. Do you mean, Ooh, hello. You mean as in, like, Arena? Are you on, the Epic Game Store? Beautiful. Because the Epic Game Store updated for me just fine. So this thing doesn't do anything good on the defense, so I might as well just leave it there. It wouldn't surprise me if they actually, if Wizards actually came out with their own tracker. Because in this day and age, being able to just, like, Google what your opponent's playing is a perfectly viable strategy anyway. So sack another creature, it gains +2/+2, only activate once each turn, but I gain Death Touch when I attack, so I don't care. This Reaper Talisman's pretty good. Look at that. With a premium subscription. Don't tempt them. Alright, let's see what my 3/3 can do. No matter what it hits, perfectly okay with dumping my... Oh, it's when it attacks, sorry. I actually thought it was when it ETBs. Well, fair enough. I didn't fully read that card. I think it's still good, but I didn't read it. I just saw his beautiful smile and I was entranced immediately. Look at that. Look at that. This gains +2/+2 in haste, but you can only do it once. This thing could have 3 toughness, but you could only do it once. Could just do that. Seems like a happy little trade. If they make a tracker, you know it'll be in the store. We'll see, won't we? We shall see. Ooh. Alright, they finally have a Death Touch blocker, but I'm still okay attacking like this. Tradesies. Alright, so do we want to have a Battlecry Goblin that's ready to go next turn? Or do we want an Unexpected Windfall, dump it, get something else, and pretty much guarantee we can play whatever we get? I like that idea. Aha! Hoarding Ogre. And this is cheap enough to just equip on next turn. Not going to throw away treasures when our opponent could just easily remove it. That's a 4/4. Just joking, it's a 2/2. That's a 4/4 though. Ooh, this has Menace when it's equipped. Cool. Alright. Let's send this in. Trade a 3/3. Oh my god. Triggers. Dice rolls. It's a 9. It's the worst case scenario. Still not a bad one, though. I love that all my creatures trade with theirs. It's just wonderful. Menace Veteran. This should close out the game. Oh my goodness. Is that a Cimeres glaring at me from the sidelines? Oh my. Hit me. I dare you. Well, we didn't draw anything good. We got infinite mana, though, so that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to their eventual requirement to block this menacing Death Toucher. Keep the mountain in hand as a spooky combat trick. We could even win next turn if we get, you see a pair of goblins. I hate that I have to say things like that, but that's the D&D set for you. The pity mod. That's one way to describe Cimeres. The man who pities. Alright, so you're dead if you don't have an answer to this veteran. Or the next one. So, are you dead? You could have survived. Manticore. You... Sure. Well, no. Menace. It's a fine keyword. A fine one indeed, especially when you give it Death Touch. Yeah, that talisman carried us. That thing is dope. Secretly, might be a auto pick whenever you see it in, like, your first few packs in limited draft. That seemed like it did a lot for us. I mean, we're on the play. We've got solid removal, a 2-2 for 2, and a 3-2 for 3. Sure. I don't have high hopes for this one, but I'm sure it could do things. Ooh, Asmodeus. Alright. Well, if we can get enough treasures, we will be doing this. I'm so excited. I do very much like this Evolving Wilds art as well. I don't know if it's my favourite. I still like the Sandy Dunes Evolving Wilds, but... if you attack with power 6 or greater, it gains first strike. You want to trade my 2-2 for a 3-1? My 2-2 could eventually be menacing. Or do I just want to play a 3-2? I want to see if they block. The Gruul deck likes to get 6 power in play. So let's just take half of that out of the equation right now. And then go Zorn! Oh my goodness, they've got a Minsk. 3 colors, boys. However, power, word, kill! Now they have a 1-1. But it has trample, so... fear it. I didn't kill the good one. There you go. Hamsters don't need other people. You know, like 3 cards from this new set? Well, take a moment to read this one, Cimeres. It has a hamster called Boo on it. It's dreamy. Alright, hang on. Target creature gets +3/+1. 2 target creatures can't block. Naya! Okay, so I could kill the Hoarding Ogre in a angry trade. If they don't block, I have Asmodeus. Oh my goodness. It's your boy, Asmodeus. Should I even do this? Actually, I'm having my doubts. This just kills a 1/1, and it's 6 mana. Oh god. I'm gonna start losing life for all my stuff, and I don't have the 3 black immediately to start doing my nonsense. I think we hold. We hold a little bit. Come on, natural 20. Ah, okay. Well, it's not too bad. I'm sure I'll have them lose a 1-1 token. Yeah. Okay. Could be worse. I have a 6-6 in play. They really wanted to get in with that Hoarding Ogre. Let's see if they can do that. 1. Get wrecked. Was it critical fail? I don't know what the term is in D&D speak for failing so miserably. That is a 7-6. Good lord. Alright. So again, I could make it not be able to block, and then I could get my Asmodeus in. When you roll a 1 on anything, you lose the game. But then I'd just always lose. That doesn't sound fair. Alright, I think what I'll do is I will actually swing in with everything. I'm happy with an equal trade. I really want the Horde Robber to get in. And then we can null camp the Zorn to trade with the Herd Gorger. I'm not too happy about losing to this, but I think it's still a reasonable trade for 7 damage. Here we go. I'm almost ready for my Asmodeus. I just need... well, I just need my opponent to stay in the game if I really want to cast my Asmodeus. But that was brutal enough, apparently. A fumble? I don't think it's a fumble, is it? Revel in Riches brew when... I don't think any amount of treasure support could make that card good. Especially when we're talking about playing it in the only format I can, which is Historic, where you lose on turn 4. How dare you? Since I'm all about footy now, what was Wenger thinking? I'm not all about footy, I watched the England games. That's it. Point on Walcott this early. Thing about Arsenal is they always try to walk it in. Alright, well we can't take this hand as beautiful as it would have been if we had a swamp. You know what? Heart the cards. They're having a laugh. There's some treasure, so we can get the Jaded Sellsword in with First Strike and Haste. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I really don't like our slow hand here. The top 4, reveal an artifact and put it into your hand. The rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Does our opponent hit an artifact? They do. Wow. Always lucky. I mean, attacks venture into the dungeon? Oh, it's my favourite! We love you, Barack Obama. Yep. I feel like this Smith is going to kill me. So let's send this in. Roll a d20. Get a 10. Bam! Look at that. Problem is, they can start venturing now. But at least we're kind of getting into the game. What's the equip on this normally? 2. It's not bad, actually. You can make like 4/3s with Trample and Trample First Strikes and Haste. I don't mind that. So I highly doubt they just swing in. It'd be extremely suspicious if they did. So we're taking 3 here, minimum. Maybe they've DC'd. That would be lovely. The equipment stack from my very limited research, you see what I did there, into this format. Red-white is the equipment's archetype. So we could be having some equipment shenanigans going on. Our opponent might be a bit screwed over. Or maybe they're just looking at what dungeon they'd want to go into. Jury's kind of out on what the best dungeon is. It seems like the shortest one in Constructed is the best one, the one that gives you a 4/4. They're going to go with the Yawning Portal. This is the longest one. Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Alright, fine. You see a pair of goblins. That I do. Well, we're just going to go with a Hoarding Ogre here and then swing for 2. Bam. Let's see if you can attack through that. Any artifact that enters the battlefield will give this another counter. But that's the only way they're pushing through. And I think it would be very useful for me to do that. This Delver's Torch is kind of just as powerful as my little artifact that gives Death Touch. In terms of making it difficult to not block in this case. Arborea Pegasus. +1/+1 and flying. Okay. Ventures again. This time they get to scry 1. Not too bad. Are dungeons cards you get out of a booster? I don't know, actually. The one thing I do know is that they're kind of in the command zone, as it were. And you have all 3 of them at all times, basically. So you don't have to put them in the sideboard or anything like that. What do I do here? I think I'm just gonna swing... maybe just with the Hoarding Ogre. And then I could go with a Zombie Ogre after that. 5. Just 1 treasure. That's all I needed. 2 would have been better, because then I could have gone with the Jaded Sellsword the following turn. Okay, now we have a 3/5. Hello, Turbo, by the way. The pre-release packs come with 1 of each. You might get them instead of the token slot, perhaps? I don't really know. Oh god, that's real bad. It's 3 to equip, but it's cheaper if you have other equipments. So it's 2 to equip here, and you can put it on the Pegasus. Interesting, okay. I'm happy to trade my token off here. So they can choose to make a treasure, or one of my creatures can't attack next turn. One of my creatures cannot attack. It's going to be the Hoarding Ogre. Makes sense. Alright, I don't want to take 7, because I will die in no time at all. I'm probably just making 2 goblin tokens to block the smith forever. I'm guessing that's my plan. And then I can get down a Horde Robber as well, just to keep that aggression going. Or... Unexpected Windfall gets me 2 treasures. I use 1 of the treasures to play the Horde Robber, the other to haste out the Sellsword next turn. So that would be 6, 7. Not quite enough. But maybe that's a reasonable idea. I think I'm just going to go Horde Robber and then make the goblins. I think that's my plan. I think I'm going slightly mad. Flash Goblins in red. They can come in the token slot, but that can also be taken up with cards from the list. You know, I used to remember what my packs contained. I remember when that was a thing. Now I have no idea what's in the list. So they're gonna try and hit me with the Ingenious Smith here with the Pegasus back. And it's gonna have flying. So it's actually gonna put me to 1, and I'll have to kill my opponent here. 3, 6, 7. Venture into the dungeon. It's only a scry 2 here. So what's my better way of winning? If I go, you see a pair of goblins, I can draw a couple of pump spells. A land drop and Jaded Sellsword can get me going with the Unexpected Windfall. So they do pass. So is it worth it to me to have the +2/+0? They block a Hoarding Ogre. They take 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12 with the Jaded Sellsword line. Otherwise, I just have 2 1/1s. I don't know if that really does much for me. I think I'm dead. But I think if this +2/+0 line doesn't work for me, I should probably just go for the goblins and then hope that my top decks are good. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That almost worked for me. Let's see how our opponent chooses to block. Maybe they trade a Pegasus, and then I can power word kill the Ingenious Smith for the win. Or even find a double removal spell with the Windfall. Thinking hard about it. I like that they're doing that. The instinct would be to block the most amount of damage. So they chose not to block, so they're taking 6, 7, 8, 9. I have answers with Windfall here that would win me the game. It's none of those, unfortunately, though. Although, actually, that might be okay. Because I go Mountain, Skeletons blocks the Smith. Power word kill kills the Pegasus. Would there be a reason why I would want to wait on this kill? I don't think so. Just fire it off now. Oh, can I? Each player loses 1 life. You gain 1 life. 1 and 2 seem like the same thing. Each player loses 1 life would kill me. So let's go Lost Mine of Fandelver for the scry, I guess. Mountain's definitely bad. Okay, so no flying for the Smith, no kind of evasion of any kind, and the game is mine. This doesn't do anything, right? Not necessarily. If they can exile the top 2 cards of the library, they could find an answer. I should kill myself for fun. Wow, Ratchet. Wow. I see how it is. Have we managed to do this? I feel like it's entirely possible we did. I mean, the rope indicates on a very salty opponent usually. But I mean, they could be deep in the tank here. I don't know what you'd be think tanking too much if you either have the win or you don't. Celestial Unicorn, that's just an Ajani's Primate, right? Yeah, pretty much. Can they haste this Unicorn? I don't think they can do that in green or white. Create a token and venture. So it's larger. They've got some skeletons. I can venture into the dungeon and get a zombie, or sorry, a goblin. I'm looking at their things and I'm... Ooh, that's pretty sweet art. So I can get a goblin if I block with my 4/3 to stay alive. So I still have the same attacking power. We know that we're not drawing a mountain. Unless it's 2 mountains in a row. Yeah, definitely attack here is worth it. Scry 3 for them. Coming right up. They've taken this line really well. I think they're playing their best game of Magic. Alright, so they've got a Scry 3. I'm forced to block and gain my Goblin token. Oh yeah, Ratchet, that card is dope. I have a Mana Burn-esque idea for that one. 3 to the bottom. Lovely. Alright. I accept your blocks. And we'll eventually make you substitute your own. We don't need the treasure, we've got 1. Red Goblin creature token is basically the only option. Look at that boy. Sweet, sweet boy. So, block, block, block. It's 3 damage here, so I've got the 4 on my Morningstar. It is another mountain! Actually, I want to trample the bigger creature, right? This is 4 here. They block. This is a 4/3 with trample, so this gives them 2 damage. They block here. They block here. Yeah, I think that works out. I'm not losing my mind, right? Give the big and trample. It doesn't matter either way as long as it's the 3 powered one. Well, it's time to find out. Am I losing my mind? Am I going slightly mad? They let it through. We'll never know because I don't care to do the math. Alright. Whew! That was a good game. Damn. I did go slightly mad quite some time ago, but we are 3-0 now. It cost me 2,000 gems to get in, so... You know. What's 3 packs worth in gems? It's 200 each, right? So, not far to go. Until it's a free draft, basically. Not far to go. I like this treasures deck. It's not very often that I see like a Rakdos list that's not Rakdos aggro. This one's like Rakdos big old ogres, and I am very much here for it. Don't know if I'm here for this hand though. I'm basically stopped in my tracks immediately by Horde Robber getting anything in its way. So I think I'll hit the mull on that one. Well, it's the same hand, but ever so slightly worse, I suppose. Let's put the unplayable one back. Gonna have to use my treasures very carefully here, it seems. If I can get the Horde Robber in for the Sail Sword, though, that's pretty good. Alright. Tiefling Rogue. Go, go, go. So red-white, usually an equipment stack. They've immediately stopped me in my tracks as I predicted they would. I am sad now. Let's see if they want to block. I might actually just get a free treasure in here, and if I do, I'm probably turbo slamming the Hoarding Ogre. Yeah, I really needed them to think I had something there. D&D pod's pretty sweet. Yeah. I think you can wake up the dragon if you prod him. Oh, yeah. Yep, there you go. And then, if I remember correctly, you can also touch his tail. Although, he's a bit mad right now, so... We'll wait until he falls asleep, and then I'll give him a little bit of a tail tap. I think those are the only interactable parts of this board. Is he a tail? Oh no, we just woke him up over here, apparently. If you complete a dungeon, it has double strike. Reasonable. Thank God for that, we have some red mana. Alright, so here we don't have a good attack. So our opponents can just double block. And we don't really get enough from it. So I'll go with the Hoarding Ogre here. At least that can kind of push through and kill something. Uh-oh. It's the card I said was really good. Goblins get +1, +0, and haste. So I could play this, pump it up, create a tapped and attacking goblin, and it would trade nicely with everything else. Yeah, sure. Swing with 6. Come on, Hoarding Ogre. 1 treasure. Alright. You pretty much have to assume at all times that I'm going to get the lowest roll. That's how I play Magic the Gathering. But I can't really complain, we're doing really well so far. Not in this game particularly, but... So I cannot kill the singer with the treasure, so I shall not use it. Alright. Still up. Pretty happy here. We can maybe go with the Beholder to give menace to all my cards and then get a metric ton of treasures. Assuming, yeah, planar allies probably getting in here. As long as you equip to 3 power the mace, they had no interaction and you won. Yeah, that was the small bit of instinct is brought me to that conclusion. That's what I went on for my smart decision, I guess. Lost Mine of Fandelver, Scry 1. This is the one that we went down. Opponent's scrying real hard. So what would my play be? If they played an enchantment, I'm obviously going to play the Beholder doing that. Menace, though, on this board seems pretty good. What are you going to do? Destroy my treasure or create one? Boo hiss. Alright, that could potentially screw us. It was a really nice hit for them. It did not screw us. I think I'm just going to go with Menace here. Like, they can profitably double block the Hoarding Ogre, I suppose. But I get rid of the Valor Singer, and I think I'm okay with that. Could have potential combat tricks as well. There is a +3/+1. I think it's 2 mana. So Magic gets cards with coin flips and dice rolls. What about paper, scissors, stone, or throwing a dart? Are those next? He is hoping. He is hoping. Alright, let's get lots of treasures. All the treasures, please. 4. It's not the lowest roll, but it's the lowest result. I should expect no less. Wow, they let that all through. Hoarding Ogre, I can kind of believe, but I don't know why the Horde Robbers didn't get blocked. It's kind of crazy. No, Minimus! You give me another treasure. Don't know if I can get rid of that. My only answer to that enchantment is Baleful Beholder, I'm pretty sure. Oh, they made a goblin. That's right. Okay, so here we're going to spend a treasure. Also do this because we don't have a legendary creature. We're going with the Jaded Sellsword. Pay with the treasure mana, please. So now it has First Strike and Haste. Pretty cool. Let's go with the Morning Star, see if we can... Well, either way, I think the result's fine, because I might just equip this and give +1/+1, or +1/+0 and trample to something. Naturally, when I don't need it to hit the highest roll, that is what happens. So a 4/3 still badly kind of blocks into this, but that's okay. A 2/3 is bad. And a 5/3 with First Strike is fine. I think I want to diversify my threats, though. I want to move this over. Why would you instinctively go for that one? I don't remember if I've got an answer to that, but clearly the deck does. I don't know. Let's hit them for 8. Oh, I did not mean to all attack, actually. That could be bad. I don't know if it will be, but low roll again. Let's see what they want to do here. I mean, they've got to block sometime. Trample, by the way. Okay. Do they have the +2/+1? Nope. Alright. I like that trade. Ah, Burning Hands. Okay. And then this is usually a 2/2. I'll use some treasures to make the Barbarian a bad attack. Opponent's on 4. So not far off killing them. We've definitely got cards that can do it. Being at 12 is definitely sketch, though. Three cards to my 0. Annoying. Ah, this card. Why did they make it so bad? Why did it have to be a legendary creature? Flavor-wise, I suppose it makes sense. But again, why did it have to be a 4-power thing? It's just bad. Because it's a core set. You know what? You're right. When you're right, you're right. Alright, planar ally. What are you doing? You are either putting a counter on a creature or draining for one. You're going to go for the counter. It's hard to say where they put it, actually. They could put it on the Valor Singer, and then they've got a pretty good blocker. Going to just have the Barbarian as a pretty good blocker instead. Does mean it trades with my Sellsword. As does my Sellsword. Yeah, that's real bad. Okay. So I could make a 5/4. Only trades with one of our opponent's big things. I think we're dead, boys. I think we're dead. They draw a card the next time as well. So they're going to have 4 cards to play with, and I have a land. I mean, do I want to trade my Sellsword with any individual creature here? I think I would much rather say no to that. Pass the turn. Because if I keep my sellsword around and they don't attack me for lethal, I have draws that would benefit from having the most amount of creatures. Just don't lose. That's what I've been doing, Seamarers. I've been doing that for a while. I just don't know how to do it now. Unexpected windfall. Okay. 3 mana remaining. Treasures to do it, but not enough for a sellsword. So let's see how much they want to hit me for. I show up and you lose. Dang it, Bam. Dang it. Alright, they draw a card. Officially, they have completed a dungeon. One thing I don't like about the dungeon mechanic on Arena is I don't know where you actually go to look at what dungeons our opponents have completed. Alright, we're dead. I mean, I can do block, block, block. How do you look at dungeons? I guess venturing this one. Gain 1 life. Please. Right click, play an ally. Oh. Each player loses 1 life. Yep, that'll kill me. Alright, so we're dead. Alright. Yeah, you can only see it if it's relevant at the exact time. You can't actually see it if your opponent's not running dungeons. Definitely needs to fix that. Maybe like click on your deck and then it can show you the dungeons. I'm sure eventually though that will become very bad, as there are 19 different things on the list of things you could do. Yeah, it'd be like, look at your main deck, look at your sideboard, look at the dungeons, look at your Harry Potter companion card. Your Warhammer champion, maybe something like that. Maybe going to the plane chase deck. Keep it on theme. Alright, we've only lost once. Could be worse. Could be worse. This hand's fine. I think it should be noted as well, I think every time we won, we were on the play, and every time we've lost, we've been on the draw. This hand's keepable, though. Temple of the Dragon Queen. As it enters, you may reveal a dragon from your hand. They did not. Choose a color. It is that color. Okay. So red, white, and Steadfast Paladin. We do not have to show our opponent that we're playing black yet, so we will not. And I hope that we hit a 10 or higher. Low roll! It's actually the worst. Oh my god, that's probably like 4 in a row of the low rolls now. I just wanted it to be a 2-1 so I could block. That's all. Natty 1. That's a 3-2. Love to block that. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to do that, though, because I rolled a 1. Do I have any double black 4-drops? I don't. So I'm just going to do that. Am I really trading a Zorn for a Celestial Unicorn? I think I probably am. That's painful. You mean a 4-3? Dang it. It's okay. A lot of the things that I have in my deck still sometimes block it nicely. Okay? The list of things that I could use to win the game now are thinning dramatically as time goes on. It's a 5-4 now. It's a 3-1. Yeah, I think we're going to do the null camp play. I've got to not give away that the null camp play is my play. by attacking in here. Otherwise, it's insanely obvious that I have it. I mean, it totally is right now anyway. Oh my god. Actually, best roll possible. Oh, now I can talk so much about how unlucky I am. Yeah, I mean, we can concede now, I suppose, right? Let's see what we would have drawn. I bet it's a land. I'll say no more. I roll a 1, they roll a 20. Game of skill. If I'd have just actually equipped the mace, I don't know if we would have had a problem. Please, Bam, honestly, like, if I win this game, my draft is free. If I lose it, it cost me. So, shoo. Please leave. Alright, we go first. It's a good sign of victory. We have the Reaper Talisman, which carried us in the first game. Okay, see ya. You can lurk if you like. Just let me be convinced you're not here. Alright, so we can get some goblins that have Death Touch. As long as it's your turn, it has Death Touch when it attacks Venture. So I can haste out some goblins here, do a double block, only one of them dies to the first strike. And then we kill the adventurer in the process. Let's let them venture first. Otherwise they can make educated decisions on the future play. And they cannot be having that. I mean, most of the things they can do here is like gain life, lose life, scry one. Basic things that probably don't impact us here. So even if we get blown out by a removal spell... Alright, so they decide to scry one. I will let them scry one. Yeah, even if they blow us out by making both of them get killed here, I still have the Hoarding Ogre to follow up with. Sweet. Bulk Uncommon beats Rare 2-drop. 50 feet of rope. I can blow them out again with a null camp play here. Target wall can't block, not relevant. Target creature doesn't untap. Venture into the dungeon only as a sorcery. And none of this requires you to sack. Really? Huh. I don't know what we're doing here. I think we're just going to play a Hoarding Ogre. Progress the board a little bit. It's going well so far. Now that Bam's finally gone. Alright, they get a little treasure. Just a little treasure. That might not have happened if I'd have made the other play. Oh, Armory Veteran. Now we're talking. Alright, get you equipped up. Actually, get swinging in with just the Hoarding Ogre, because that's when we get the Drain trigger, so more damage. Treasures, please. What is going on? Why am I rolling every single one under the sun? Bam's still here, isn't he? Come on out, Bam. I know you're here. Give me another 3-3. Oh, God. So we've had like a 1, a 4, and a 1. Has been our last 3 rolls. That is crazy. That card is very good. As I said the last time it beat me. Oh, Zorn. I'd say that's worth a double Hoarding Ogre attack here. In fact, it's worth an all attack, to be fair. A 7! It looks like a 1, which is why the game was tricked. And a 9, it's a 0 with a little bit of a warped edge. Dead. Dead? You... Really? This is the greatest trade deal in Earth's history? Really? Alright, now I know Bam has disappeared. Because our opponents are making plays that make no sense. There's no value in the talisman being played now. Or equipped now. So we say go. Evasion's just kind of broken in this format. I'm getting that impression. Giant creature gets -2, -2, so I can't save it because it's an aura. Alright. And then they venture. Nice. Make a goblin, sure. And destroy an enchantment, exile a card from a graveyard, gain some life. I don't care about any of those. Honestly, the gain life might be the worst one for me, and it's not even that bad. Alright, so Veteran is now menacing. And it will be death touching as well. I could get a triple block here and completely blow them out. Yeah, I mean... could just swing in like that. That's not bad. We lose out on a drain too, but I get in with the Hoarding Ogre. I get some mana for that. It's a 1 again! What are you doing? What? Rigged! Rigged! Oh! Can't do that, opponent. You can't do that. Oh my god. By the way, blowout. This game is so rigged. What are these ones? Clearly, the game for me is using a spin down and not a d20. Opponent discards 2 cards, mills 2 and loses 2. Alright, goodbye this token because I'm losing it anyway. And the cost of a treasure is minimal. Bammy's gone, so we can't blame him. We'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty good at blaming others for my problems. So give me a minute on that one. It actually makes more sense to just block attack like this. It's worth more. Pass. We are somewhat reliant on our treasures for double red cards, but we don't really have any, so... let's see what 50 feet of rope wants to do. Nothing. Guess you want to... well, might as well attack with everyone now. Guess they want to venture into the dungeon for 1 point of drain. Eye of the Beholder. There it is. Alright, played around the singular... it's a 20! Alright, redeemed. The game is no longer rigged. It's actually completely fair. Alright. Stick it on you. Pass. And I think we've got it. All the mana to play my forests that I don't have. Oh no. Alright, so they have to venture to get a drain and then die to exact damage. Cool. Even if it put them out of 1 point of range, I have the Valor Singer off the top deck. Alright, Bam, you can come back now. I have now broken even on this draft, and I'm totally happy with that. 4 and 2. So yeah, the 3 packs you get are worth 200 gems each. Combine that with the 1,400, that's the 2,000 gems I put in that I was probably going to spend on packs anyway. So everything I've drafted was free. I basically did earn money on this one, in that sense. But there you go. How have you hit more critical rolls than everything else combined? I've hit 120. Not 120, just a singular 20. And unless you mean critical fails, then there is that. I either hit 1 or 20. He's counting the critical fails. I accept that. Alright, on the draw, so basically ready to lose. This hand is... it's not bad. It's not great. I'm taking it on the strength of being able to kill absolutely everything that's relevant for the next few turns, and then hopefully draw into good cards that can do things. I'm definitely including the critical fails. Yeah, I mean, that's just how my luck in life generally... Oh my god, that's so good. Generally plays out. I either get really lucky, or I get really unlucky. And either way, like, I can't win. Let's see what you want to do here. Do you want to attack? Yep, so we can undo that damage. Because, like, when I tell people that I'm really unlucky, they go, what about them times you were really insanely lucky? And I go, well, I can't really argue with that, because you're totally right. They kind of counter each other. It balances out overall. This hand, by the way, has also balanced out overall, and I'm here for it. See what you want to do here. If I kill a creature, you can't block. Assuming that you attack anyway. That's what they're trying to figure out. Is it worth it for the counter-attack? This thing has been actually insane. I mean, to be fair, like, when you attack, you gain Death Touch. You just stick that on anything and you're in for a big heap of trouble. Alright, let's see. What we could do is we can go with Improvised Weaponry, hit the Shambling Ghast. It can give -1/-1 all it wants, but I don't have to worry about it. Or I could Power Word kill the Clattering Skeletons, which I think is the line I want to take. Allows them to venture, so they can either make me lose 1, they gain 1, or scry 1. But I get my damage in, and I'm all for that. So let's do it. Actually... Devil, Demon, Dragon. This is a skeleton. Cool. Totally fine. This is one of the hardest removal spells to use. It's like, just a quick creature type check on everything on the board. Could be any of them, could be none of them. Let's find out soon enough. Alright, so we hit for 4. They're at 12, we're at 18. We're kind of winning this race. Swarming Goblins, an 18. So they make 2 tokens. That's really good against my current situation here. This is just a single critical fail fumble card in Arena. Yeah, the thing is with Treasure Chest, in Standard there isn't actually a good artifact. So if you hit the 20, you're also critically failing, which is kind of funny. It brings me great pleasure to know that that is the case. If I improvise weaponry a 1/1 here, I trade a 4/3 and a 1/1. And then I get a treasure. I can use Pair of Goblins afterwards. It's not the greatest outcome in the world, but it's one that I will take. I'm actually unsure if I use this at all if they don't do this. Like, I might want that treasure for our 4/3 first striker. Plus, Baleful Beholder is a 6/5 that I can play next turn if I don't make 2 1/1s. Anyone to help you cut your mess? I'm sure if you posted it in the Discord, somebody be there. Ready to go. Kick in the door, make a goblin. Alright. You did. Away with you, fellow viewers. Go help Ratchet. But then come back. Alright, suddenly we're not in a great spot. I don't think we're in a bad one either. That saves me the treasure. I think it's just Baleful Beholder here. It could be Hoarding Ogre. Hoarding Ogre equip. Then next turn, Menace, I get the Drain trigger, so I'm swinging for 5. I actually like that a little bit better. I want to get some value outside of the Baleful Beholder, excluding the just 6/5 body. A little bit more would be nice. Asking a lot, I know. Ew. Alright, it's pretty aggressive. Counter on another creature. That now trades with my Hoarding Ogre. Hate it. Actually hate it. Alright. Are we at block for damage territory, getting shambling gassed out of here? Or am I taking this because I can? 3, 6, 7, 8. Swinging back for 5 with a blocker. And then 10, 11. I kind of think that I'm taking the Shambling Gas trade and then just playing a Baleful Beholder. So we take 5 here. And then we got a blocker for the Valor Singer or any of the others. My follow-up turn doesn't look terrible here, so they get Treasure. We get a Zombie Ogre. Does that change anything? I can actually equip it. So I can have a similar looking turn to the last. Except for this one actually blocks the Javelineer. And I'm taking 5. I think that's what we're doing. I might regret this, but I'm equipping. Mostly so I have the Beholder turn with the single attack. So they want to put it on the Goblin token, I think. So they can spread themselves as wide as possible. I'm dead to a pump spell. Bullet dodged. There's also the improvised weaponry that could do it. So I can do Sea of Paragoblins in order to have 2 blockers. Swing here puts me to 3 as well, so I don't have to care about the 1/1. So I think I'm actually not playing Baleful Beholder until next turn. I hear I'm welcome back now. Yep, we won. So you can come back now. Although we're getting towards the end of the game, I might win. So if you care to leave again, that'd be appreciated. I think we're doing this. Because they have 2 cards. They could be kill spells. If they're not blockers, though, I kind of win the game. Oh! See you later. Thanks, Bam. You can come back now. Oh, God. Alright, we're in profit territory. This deck has been sweet. I didn't think it would be good, actually, but that's usually how my decks go. If they're looking bad, they're pretty good. But yeah, 5 and 2 so far. Pure profit. Everything was free if we get 1 more win. Absolutely everything was free. Let's go. I think we stabilized when you rejoined. I'll leave so you can trophy. That would be nice. You know what? Having you here is upside enough, so you can stay and watch me lose this next game if you like. Let's see. This hand is bad, but not terrible. Like, we're on the play. We have 4 mana plays. I don't know how I'm trying to defend this hand, but I am. It's a mull. To be honest, what I am terrified of is what happens when I mull. And you know what? I'll take this. We'll get rid of our combat trick, I think. So we've got Talisman. We need 4 mana. Hopefully Windfall can get us into it. Alright. No players until turn 4. That's totally keepable. Did we not win a game doing that today? I feel like we did. Was that not the winning game? It was certainly a close game either way. This format is quite strange. In that I actually feel like I can get away with stuff like that quite a lot of the time. Alright. Top 3. Put 1 into your hand. They did not want the creature removal, and they didn't want the thieves' tools. This seems pretty good, no? Yeah. I feel like I would have totally kept that. Alright, I want my weaponry. I kind of want the sellsword, but at the same time, I'm going to be probably ramping into an Earth Cult Elemental. So let's get rid of the 4-drop. Ooh, Horde Robber. If I play Horde Robber next turn, equip it. I think I'll leave it. I don't know. Aggression has got me quite far in this game, to be honest, but something feels off about that line. Enter the dungeon, okay. Yawning portal, so the longest one. Each opponent's sacrifices are permanent. Now would be the time to do it, I suppose. I could take them off double black, I could get rid of the Warlock class, or a 3/4. All of those things seem kind of cool. Or I could roll a 1 to 9 and then feel really bad. Thank God for that. Jesus! I was so paranoid for a second there, I was like, that's actually a huge mistake. Alright, we got rid of the Warlock class. Not too bad. Feel like the opponent is just removal central. Maybe. Oh my goodness, that is a good card. Alright. Conjurer's Closet in white. I love this card, by the way. One of my first decks, or in my first year of Magic, was built around a mono-green Conjurer's Closet deck. It was super janky, but it would basically do what Teleportation Circle does, but with Wood Elves and Nessian... Oh god, what was it called now? It's like Nessian Wanderer. It was like a 6-drop that did awesome things. I can't remember the name of it, though. So I apologize for that anecdote falling flat on its face. But you know what? That's how it do be sometimes. Alright. Hit you for 8. You can venture all you like, but you might be dead soon. Not Nessian Wilds. I feel like it's Nessian Wanderer. It looks like a giant centaur, but not actually a centaur, more of a beast. Nessian... Oh yeah, Nessian Game. Yeah, that's the one. Nessian Game Warden. It's not a 6-drop, it's a 5-drop. I had, you know, good taste for a nice curve, I suppose, back in them days. Hit me for 3. Go for it. So they venture. The fact that it's back having pseudo-vigilance means that the Earth Cult Elemental is gonna... Oh, never mind. Is not going to be attacking on its own this time. Alright. So I can give Death Touch to the Horde Robber. I'd see no reason not to do that. I don't think there's any world where Dungeoneer blocks here, so... We'll just get our treasure and move along. What's next on the list? Scry 2. And then there's a draw 2. 5 damage to attacking creature. Deal. I did indeed hear something on watch. Alright. Let's re-equip. And... pass. I feel like our opponent's going to go this entire game without actually doing anything but what they're already doing right now. Okay. I can hit that with the weaponry. I can attack into that. Do I want to make Gobbos? Gobbos aren't going to do anything for me, I don't think. They're kind of replacement creatures after the elemental dies, so until that happens, I think I'm going to pass on doing those shenanigans. I could also do the same thing I did with the last adventurer, which is double block it with a pair of goblins, because no doubt they're going to double block with the elemental and the dungeoneer here. I don't think they can afford to keep taking 8, so they will be blocking it at some point at least. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, yeah, that tapped. Actually, we're gonna tap like that. Play Valor Singer. I think because it has a death touch, we probably have to fire this off now. It's definitely not worth the trade-off otherwise. Go like this, get swinging in. Hit you for 9, basically, if you don't block. Singular block kind of sucks for them. Which works great for me. And we pass. Oof. Minimus containment. Alright. Yep, shop. It's a treasure now. I'm gonna have to make sure the game doesn't instinctively sack it like it did last time. Because right now I do have my Beholder that could either get rid of the teleportation circle or give me back my elemental. And I think that is a difficult choice that I want to make sure that our opponent has to make at some point. Exile the top 2 cards on their end step. They may play them. They got a land, and the other was a land. Deal. Next they scry 3, and then they draw 3 and play 1 for free. So they're not far. Really needed a threatening card there. 'Twas not threatening enough. Alright, so we might be using this aggressively as a combat trick to get rid of the Dungeoneer. It's going to leave me kind of stranded, though, with nothing to do once that happens. So, do they want to take the trade? We're at 25 as well, so that's not an irrelevant life total. Yep, there he goes. I mean, he's death touching, so I guess I don't have to pump. I can actually end step pair of goblins. Keep the mountain because we haven't played our... Oh, we have played our Windfall. Yeah. Keep his secret card then. Alright, their combo is dead. Long live our game plan. Orcus. Return X creature cards with total mana value X or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste. So they get 4 drops or less. So I lose. That's pretty dope. Okay. That's a bomb. Yeah, I don't think I can do out about that. Best my removal gets is single target removal. Oh wait, is it only a single one? Up to X target creature cards. They paid 4. With mana value X or less, they gain haste. Could they not have got the Hoarding Ogre and the Adventurer? Am I losing my mind? Or is it total mana value? Total mana value, alright. Never mind. You're right, chat. You read cards unlike me. So now they do have the Mad Wizard's Lair. They've completed a dungeon at this point. Two to the top. Oh, that's gonna stink. They know that they want that card. I unfortunately can do nothing here to kill the Dungeoneer. And they get to complete it, draw the 2 cards they wanted, plus an unknown, and play one of the 3 for free. Brutal. Vorpal Sword. Oh dear. Well, I'm guessing you're playing Vorpal Sword. Yep. That's, sketchy. Alright, 2 goblins, please. Zombie Ogre. Could be worse. Swing, so I get the Drain trigger and the Death Touch on a 1/1. So this is 2 to equip, and then 8 to win the game. I get to venture. Each player loses 1 life, put them to 4. Well, the life gain doesn't matter on this. I'm never getting to the end of it. I think I'm going with the Tomb of Annihilation here. Yeah, each player loses 1 life, I think is the best thing I can do. The one good thing about these dungeons is I think that throughout this entire game, all 3 of the dungeons have seemed relevant at some point. So they don't have the triple black to win the game with that right now. But it is a big old threat. With my Zombie Ogre, though, I do kind of have everything I need to win here. So if I can kill the Orcus, which is a demon, so my power word kill, or whatever it's called, will not do it. Gain 1 life and draw a card. Still threaten lethal with a Reaper Talisman. So what would get me here? If they attack with the Orcus and I draw a Beholder for Menace, I think I win. Oh, actually, Orcus... Yeah, okay, never mind. Teleportation Circle, yeah, gives them 1 life. That gets them out of that line. Jaded Sellsword. That's not going to do anything for me. Because this only drains when I attack alone. I can hit them for 3 here, basically. So close. So close. I think we had outs. I don't know what they were, but I think we had them. Might as well do that. And swing in. Yeah, we had lots more outs until the priest got flickered. After that, I don't know. So let's think about this before the game ends. If Zombie Ogre was on his own, and they had the 1 blocker, what would our outs have been instead of the Jaded Sellsword? We'll think about that. Discard a card, sack a... yeah. We'll make him do that, I guess. It's not going to matter either way. I will discard my mountain. And Vorpal Sword activates. And that is all that is required to win the game. My out is that they don't know Vorpal Sword wins the game. But they did. Get him for 7. There better be a cool animation here. That's upsetting. That's just upsetting. If only the right side was all players do it. Yeah. Unfortunately, the reason for that side is like a heavy cost to skip a stage. So what could we have drawn there? Like the Menace, I think, was 1 good out. If they only had the 1 blocker, but then they gained enough life to be at 1 after that. So that wouldn't have worked. I don't think I had any mana to do Asmodeus nonsense. I only have 1 pair of goblins. I think I already played you. And I guess Power Word Kill would have worked. It was a dwarf, wasn't it? Oh, and maybe the Morningstar. So I think it was like Power Word Kill and Morningstar were just about my only options. I'm pretty sure that would have been enough. Oh well, though. Still, 5 wins, 3 losses, and an absolutely bangerific draft there. Got some packs. I will not be opening them, for I will be opening them after I'm done with all my sealed nonsense.